مشاهدي الفضائية السريانية سوريو تي في من السويد إلى العالم، بدي رحب فيكم بحلقة جديدة من لبنان. رح نتعرف اليوم أنا وياكم على نشاطات فنية ثقافية بتقدر تعطي الإنسان إبداع ومجال أكثر لحتى تكون رؤيته المستقبلية واسعة. من 50 سنة وحتى اليوم من أمريكا إلى لبنان وصلت السيدة اليس إلى مدينة الحرف ببلوس جبيل، هالمدينة اللي تعرفت فيها على زوجها المحامي ورجل السياسي الأستاذ روجيه وهو أيضا رئيس حزب السلام. تزوجت الأستاذ روجيه ومن يوم لليوم وما وقفت أعمالها الإبداعية الفنية لحتى تحفز أولا النساء اللبنانيات على حب نفسهم، على حب حياتهم، أنه يقدروا يعطوا عائلتهم ويعطوا أولادهم من إبداع فني، وبنفس الوقت تكون سندة للعائلة يقدروا يستفيدوا من فينا نقول أعمال يدوية وحرفية تكون عم تنتج لهم ممكن فرصة عمل جديدة. أنا وياكم رح نستمع إلى حديث خاص لسورويو تي في مع السيدة اليس يلي بتخبر بشغف عن هالأعمال يلي بتزيدها جمال وبتزيد كل إنسان عم بيتابعنا جمال وحب للحياة، خصوصا بمدينة الحرف بجبيل يلي أعطت الحرف للعالم واليوم بعدها عم بتصدر جمال وحياة وإبداع ورقي للعالم. فكيف إذا كانوا هالأشخاص آمنوا بلبنان مثل السيدة اليس وزوجها روجيه يلي أعطوا لجبيل نكهة خاصة واليوم بعدهم مستمرين بحب لبنان بصمودهم بهالأرض رغم كل شيء.
I have been in Lebanon now for 50 years. I came in 1973 and the first place I visited was Byblos and I fell in love with Byblos. And then of course I fell in love with the man who was from Byblos. So this is my life here. And since my husband Roger has always wanted to help his hometown, I wanted to help him in my way. Politics is not my way. I like to be with people. I like to be with crafts. I like to be with artists. And I like to encourage people to do what they can do. So I created several shops in the old town of Byblos, and everything I have in my shops is made in Lebanon. Nothing is from outside. Obviously, the basic material, the leather is imported, the fabric is imported, but the final item is made in Lebanon. So this is to show the Lebanese, to show foreigners, but also the Lebanese, that they should be proud of their products. They can be very proud. They don't have to import to show people. No, what the Lebanese make is really beautiful and it has style and it is good quality. I have wanted this summer, especially since we're going through a crisis right now in Lebanon, I wanted to boost the morale of the people in my surroundings. And I thought it would be a good idea if the people exhibiting and selling in my shops, if they could do small workshops every week about what they're doing with their hands. It has to be something small, something that can be done in 2 hours. So we can't make soap because making soap takes days and days and days. But we can have a piece of soap and we can learn how to carve the soap to make it more attractive. So that's, we have like a soap making, a soap carving workshop. We have also a workshop this week. We have a young woman who's going to make earrings with poly clay. Polymer clay is a clay that doesn't need a lot of baking in the oven. It just needs, it's a very minimal time in the oven. And she will come and she uses all kinds of colors and it'll be very bright and attractive. It'll be bright green and yellow and purple, things that are nice for the summertime. I have thought of different things every single week. So we will also have a workshop around honey. Now, I didn't want to have the honey workshop where you have bees and pouring honey because that's too messy. I was thinking, what can we do with the honey? The bees, they make honey, they make beeswax, they make propolis. Beeswax is very interesting to use for beauty items, for cosmetics. So we have a lady, Mrs. Abasil, who's going to show us how to use beeswax to make a lip balm, how to make a mask for the hair, how to make a mask for the hands. These are things that you can learn in 1 hour and 2 hours. You can learn something new, understand the tradition behind it, why it's done, and then you go home with something that you made there. Also, we have had wonderful workshop with Danielle Gerges. She will use the salt from Enfi, the fleur de sel, the salt that we get at Enfi, and then she will go to the mountains and get herbs, which she will dry. So we have thyme, we have sage, we have rosemary, we have lemon. She dries them, then she mixes them with the salt, and you have a jar of different salts. So people love this. They're working with their hands, and they smell it, and it's good, and they can take it home with them. Smudging is also something that is very popular. Smudging it's not a traditional Lebanese activity. It's more North American, but since I'm American, I'm interested in introducing things from my culture as well. Smudging is when you get herbs, especially sage, and we have basil, and we have rosemary, and we have other herbs that you can find around, thyme, and you roll it together, and you have a stick, and you burn it, and it cleans the air. This is the tradition. In Lebanon, you have that with other things. You have incense, and so this is something that is brought from North America. And the lady who's going to teach this is Diala Namour, who is from Makam. At Makam, they have all kinds of interesting workshops, wellness workshops on weekends for children and for adults. So I have asked Diala Namour to help me with this workshop. We've also had tremendous artistic workshops with Gisela Yunus, who is a painter herself. She lives here in Byblos, and she gave us the time how to do a portrait as if we were Picasso, the big Picasso. So why Picasso's paintings, they all seem to be turned around and distorted? Actually, it's the way a child sees a painting. If you ask a child, draw me a picture, draw me a face, a child will draw almost like Picasso. So okay, we're not children anymore, and we're not Picasso either, but we can learn and we can understand the philosophy behind it. So we had fun with many people making portraits. We would have the same with the face, we have with the colors. All of this gives people an activity that teaches them something new. It teaches them maybe the history of their own traditions, and it encourages them to use their hands to push their creativity, not to be shy, to push their creativity. And they make new friends. There's usually maybe 10, 15 people maximum who come to these workshops. And sometimes the person will come by him or herself, sometimes with a friend, sometimes with a child, and we make new friends. It's a very, very nice atmosphere. And since it's on the outside terrace of the Baladi Cafe, it's outside in the open air. It's in the evening, so it's not so hot. It's very pleasant. And I do it during the week when there's not too much noise, because the weekends there's a lot of noise, a lot of music, the pubs, everything is happening in Byblos. The weekends, it's more quiet. So we do this on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings. We do this. Sometimes people come and they stop by, and they're walking by and they're curious, and I invite them, come join us. Why not? So join us. So I like for people to be attracted to this kind of activity. It's intellectual, it's artistic, and it's good for everybody. It's good for children, it's good for older people, it's good for men, for women. It's for everybody. It's just a lovely summer activity, and I hope you can join me one evening. We would like to have you. Women, of course, is the priority, because women tend to stay at home and just have their home activities, which is very important. But for their own development, it's good to get out. So if women, for example, they can attend these, they can learn something new, and they can do it at home. So this could be a new creativity for them. They could actually make a little business for this. But for women, it's very important to be able to mix and to meet other people, and not to be afraid of foreigners. When I say foreigner, it doesn't just mean from another country, but also anybody from another village is already a foreigner, somebody you don't know, somebody who's not in your family. It's very important to meet people from all around. And women in Lebanon tend to stay too close together. They're amazing, the Lebanese women. What they do is amazing. And if I can help them to develop more, it would be tremendous for me, absolutely tremendous. And the vision should be that maybe there could be women's groups could have they could have their own workshops, gatherings in the old souk, which is a very intimate area, and it holds so much history that you feel like you're in a cradle. I mean, you're not in the wilderness. It's something that's you feel the history. You feel that your ancestors were there. It's the same. The energy that comes from the ancients, it comes down, and something comes out. It's wonderful to stay in Lebanon in the summertime. There are so many things that we can do. It's important to do different things for our own selves, for our character, to transmit to our children. So it's important to learn other things. When there's an opportunity to learn something new, we should grasp the opportunity.
مشاهدينا، تعرفنا من برنامج من لبنان مع السيدة اليس إدي كيف انه الانسان بيقدر يآمن بحاله، يوثق بذاته انه قادر يعطي ويكافح رغم الضائقة الاقتصادية او الأزمة الاستثنائية يلي عم بيمر فيها لبنان، ولكن ما نسيت تعطي الامل والرجاء والتفاؤل لكل شخص. كانت ذكرت بحديثها انه كل الاشخاص يلي بيمروا بالسوق العتيق بجبيل لما يكونوا عم بيقوموا بهالاعمال او النشاطات او الوركشوبس الفنية بتدعيهم لحتى إذا كانوا حبوا يتعرفوا على هالمجالات، بتدعيهم بكل شغف إنهم يكونوا عم بيشاركوا أيضا بهالمجال لحتى يقدروا يعطوا صبغة جديدة للبنان الأحلى، لبنان يلي منآمن فيه ويلي كل شخص بقي بهالأرض عنده ثقة بأنه لبنان ما بيموت. فكيف إذا كان في رجالات ونساء هالقد حبوا لبنان، هالقد أعطوا من ذاتهم للبنان. السيدة اليس إدي الأمريكية الأصل ما نسيت أمريكا، ولكن عاشت بلبنان ل50 سنة، أعطت بين الحضارة وبين الثقافة وبين كل ما هو جميل لحتى تكون عم تثبت أنه كل امرأة، كل إنسان قادر يصنع مستقبله بإيده. أنا بدي ودعكم مشاهدي الفضائية السريانية سوريو تي في على أمل نلتقى بحلقة جديدة من لبنان. إلى اللقاء.